Mylifewithparkinsons. Welcome to Wacky Wednesday, where anything goes. We're going to join a collab today. It's Maniac Grammy has put it on, Brenda, and it's Grammys DT Meals and Snacks. Hashtag Grammys DT Meals and Snacks. And I will put that in my description, and then you can go and see all the other ladies that are doing it. Now what it means is everything that we are going to make comes from the Dollar Tree. So I am going to do some potato gnocchi, and we're going to dip it in marinara sauce. So it's very simple. There's not much to do, so I'll have to tell a story in the middle just to keep you all occupied. But the product is, this was $1.50 at the Canadian Dollar Tree, and it's potato gnocchi. It's shelf stable, and it's like little potato dumplings. Now there's different ways of doing it. I like to pan fry it, but I'm going to give you a couple of other ideas, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you just with the Dollar Tree items, and then I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do after, when I don't have just the Dollar Tree items, when I'm adding to it. So first thing I'm going to do is just, now I'm waiting for medicine to work, so I'm not moving very well at this moment, but you know, like I've said, I just make do, and if I'm not moving very good, well then I just sit sort of still. While I'm doing this over here, on the stove, I have some marinara sauce, which is just a can of sauce, which again was $1.50 at our Dollar Tree. Everything at the Dollar Tree is $1.50 or $1.25. And so the can of marinara is just on the stove heating up there. Now this is just about boiling, so as soon as I get it up just a little bit more, I'm just going to start right now. These are very dry, so what I do is I pop them in the boiling water for a minute or so, then I take the water out, and I just fry them lightly with a little bit of cooking spray, which I bought for the last time, didn't use it, so I've just got a little can of cooking spray there. And I think it was $1.25 for that, but then I don't even count that when I say I'm making it, because you know that you only use a couple of the sprays of it. So now if I was going to cook this for myself, I probably would have fried it in some butter, but we in Canada we can't buy that type of product in our Dollar Tree, so I couldn't do that. They should say we can have a small little pantry of home staples that you can add to it, but that's not the rules, and I got to follow the rules. I'm not a rule breaker, so this is kind of slow for me to do. When normally I could do this a lot faster, but when I'm not functioning, that's not what I do. So by the time I get the last ones in, the first ones will have already cooked. That's how fast they cook. They kind of plump up, they reconstitute a little bit, and they get nice and soft. What I'm going to do afterwards, I'll just tell you what I'm going to do afterwards. After I've shown how you can just use these and dip them into the sauce, or you can toss them in the sauce or whatever, I'm going to take them out and set them aside, and I am going to fry up some hamburger, and I'm going to make lasagna, but instead of using lasagna noodles, I'm going to use the gnocchi for that layer. So we'll use cottage cheese and an egg and mozzarella cheese on the top. So it'll be just like lasagna, but it'll have the gnocchi in it. But of course, I couldn't get all those ingredients at our Dollar Tree, so I'm just going to show you the basics. But then when I'm off camera and finished, I'm going to then doctor it up a little bit. And when I doctor it up, then that's what I'm going to do. So now, with this, so while this is just coming up to a bubble, I'm going to tell you a little story. I'm going to tell you a story about when we once went on a holiday, and what we did, well, it wasn't really a holiday, it was a convention we were going to. So I had young children. Claudia was 10 and Cleve was a baby. So we decided that we were going to go, and we were going to pay for my parents to meet us in that city. So they drove from Vancouver, and we drove from up country. We met in Kelowna, which was where the convention was being held. So we went to Kelowna, so we got them a hotel room, and we took a hotel room, but we took it at different hotels. And then we left the kids with them for the weekend while we went to our convention. And they were getting a visit with the grandkids, and we were getting time to go. And we thought it was a perfect solution, but we wanted to meet up ahead and have a meal together. So on the Friday we met up. Everybody ate pizza from this pizza place, but I didn't feel like pizza. I just had a salad. So I didn't eat the pizza. Well, the next morning we get up and Bill is very sick. And I thought, good heavens, he's very sick. I was thankful I didn't have the children there because, you know, what would we have done? But anyway, so we went to the convention as best we could. I went to all the meetings. He went to some of the meetings. He was sick the entire time. Well, when we went on Sunday morning to get our children to take them home, my parents tell us that they were incredibly sick as well. The kids, of course, were fine. Claudine had only one piece of pizza and the baby hadn't had any. They were fine, but Mom and Dad had babysat my children and they were deathly ill. Turns out they had all got food poisoning at the restaurant that we shared together. And I didn't have, I said, if they'd called me, I wasn't sick. I could have gone and got the kids and I could have watched them, but instead, here, Mom and Dad. So when we drove home, we drove straight to the hospital. Bill went straight to the hospital. Mom and Dad, they left there. They were trying to go on a vacation somewhere else and they had to stop at a hospital and they went in. It was terrible. Like we felt so bad, but what could we do? I mean, it was, you know. So what I'm going to do, this is not quite at a boil, but it's just starting. So I'm going to give it 1 minute from when it starts to boil. I'm going to shut it off, and then I'm going to drain the water out. So I'm going to turn you on to pause while I drain all this water out of here, and then I'll come back when I'm frying it. Okay? Okay, we're back. It's a good thing you weren't watching me. I couldn't drain it. My husband had to come carry it to the sink and we drained it through a colander. And we were not very steady on our feet. We were lucky we didn't roast ourselves, but we got it done. I've got a little bit of cooking spray in here and I'm just going to do this very lightly. Okay. And we're going to turn this off. I've brought some marinara. Oh, good heavens, I'm a disaster looking for a place. Okay, so I've got a little bit of marinara for the dipping sauce. And let's see, what do I have to do to let you see me? I have to move you back a little bit. Yes, now you can see. Okay, that's good. So, you would just put a stack of these little ones on your plate. You could just take your marinara and, you know, dump it all over them. But I would just go like that and enjoy it. It's like a little potato dumpling. Now, I have made the gnocchi by hand. Didn't know that's what I was making. Thought they were potato dumplings. But when I bought these ones another time, I realized that that's what I had made by hand. This is so much easier.
Here's a reminder. 3 levodopa 1 amantadine.
My Alice reminding me when I have to take the pills. Okay, so this is the way I would do it. This is all from the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to now turn it into something spectacular with making it into lasagna. But of course I'm going to do that off camera because I'm giving it to my son. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to wish you guys a happy Wacky Wednesday. And remember to check out all the ladies over at Maniac Grammy's DT Meals and Snacks. Okay, I'll put the hashtag in the title. The proper hashtag for sure will be in the title. Okay, go and check out all the ladies and see what they're doing. Bye. See you tomorrow.